Okay, folks, listen. Elvis's identical twin died at birth, and that is why Donald Trump became his identical twin's replacement. Okay? Elvis needed Trump to complete this monstrous charade that's about to take place. Anyway, I'm going to show you in this video how important Elvis, Donald Trump's birth date is. Okay, Trump was born on June 14th, 1946. So let's look at some interesting things first about that. So the first thing I want to show you is that on June 14th, 1946, the day Trump was born, the exact day, there was a total lunar eclipse, which they call a blood moon. Okay? And by the way, I have shown a lot of this information before that you're about to see in this video, but I'm pretty sure none of you remember, and it'll show you how important all of this is. So every year on June 14th, it's Flag Day. Okay, that's another thing connected to Trump. And you know the flag, they put it up and down on the pole, on the needle, you understand? Because Trump is going to be taken down and he's going to be brought back up from the dead. Do you understand what I'm saying? And when is World Blood Donor Day? June 14th. Every year, World Blood Donor Day. And look, it's got the DON for Don and OR equals 33. It's got the Don in it too. And remember, he was born under a blood moon, this Trump. And by the way, the initials WBDD equals 33. Now, pay attention. So Donald Trump's birthday is June 14th. June 14th is the 165th day of the year. And on leap year, it's 166th. So 165, 166. Now pay attention closely because I'm gonna get back to the 165, 166 in a second. But okay, so you know the word perfect, I told you it equals the same as the word kingdom because God's kingdom is perfect. Okay? Everything God does is perfect. You understand? It's us that's not perfect, you know. Anyway, and like I said, perfect equals kingdom, and also it equals O Father. The letter O is a crown. O Father equals this exact same thing as perfect and kingdom. And the reason I'm showing you this, because you see the 7-3 and the 3-7, because see, that's why it's so perfect, this word, is because EL, it looks like the letters EL, the numbers 7-3 and 3-7. EL means God. So you have EL, EL. And that's why it's so perfect, okay? It's like the Father and Son. And all together, you get the perfect number, you know? The one in one God. And do you think it's a coincidence that the 116, you know, it's a 611 backwards? Because I told you Seattle's going to get struck on 611. You have the EL all the way across, which is the numbers I've been showing you, you know, in a few of the last few videos that I've been showing you. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that the word perfect equals 7337, which is the EL. So I'm going to show you what 73 equals, and then I'm going to show you what 37 equals. Because remember, I told you 73 and 37 is the EL, and it equals the word perfect, it equals the word kingdom, and it equals the word O Father. Okay, so 73, only look at this first number. That's all that matters. Forget about this right now. 166 for 73, which means perfect. 166. So now I'm showing you 37. Remember, 73 and 37 is perfect. I showed you 73 equaled 166. 37 equals 165. So the top numbers for 73 and 37 is 165, and the other one was 166. Which leads us back to Trump's birthday. Trump is born on the 165th day of the year, and on leap year it's the 166th. And I told you 73 equaled 166, 37 equaled 165. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the perfect day that he was born on, because the word perfect equals 7337. Okay, you'll see why I'm showing you this in a moment, but just pay attention. So Vernon Presley, who is Elvis's dad, and I told you when Elvis's twin died of birth, they had to search out Elvis's twin that they needed to replace, to replace the dead twin. So that's how they found Trump. Okay, anyway, Vernon Presley was born on April 10th, 410, okay, which is the 100th day of the year. Now, the backwards of his birthday would be 922, which is the 265th day of the year, because 100 plus 265 makes 365. There's 365 days in the year. You understand? So the backwards of Vernon Presley's birthday, which is 410, would be 922. Okay? So let's see how many days are in between April 10th and 922. Okay, now look, so April 10th is the day he was born, April 10th, 1916, and his backwards birthday is September 22nd. There's 165 days in between. That's not including the last day. Now watch when I include the last day what happens. So it's 165 without the last day. And if you include the last day, you get 166. You see that? So Vernon Presley's backwards birthday, September 22nd, in between his dates are 165 and 166. Which brings us back to Trump's birthday. Because he's born on the 165th day of the year and 166. You see? And I told you Vernon was searching for Elvis's twin. And I told you this is who he found. It's the perfect match. Trump. By the way, I want to correct this. I know I spelled it wrong, Presley. It's supposed to be Presley. It doesn't matter. I just want to make sure you know that I know that you know that I know I spelled it wrong. Do you know who this guy is? I'm taking kind of a detour on the information. Do you know who this dude is? And no, he's not the Dos Equis most interesting commercial guy, whatever the hell this pee-pee dude is. He belongs to the pee-pee tribe, if you know what I mean. Anyway, no, it's not him. Anyway, I was just messing around. You know who this guy is? Let me show you his name. Look at this dude's name. It's P.B. Van Trump. He's some American mountaineer. You know what this dude did? Him and some other guy was the first one to ascend to the top of Mount Rainier successfully. And Mount Rainier is in Washington State. Okay? And look where he was born, Ohio. And I told you Trump's going to get his head wound in Ohio. Look at this. And they're talking about Washington State, where I told you that Seattle is going to get struck, in Washington State. And I guess his full name is Philemon Beecher Van Trump. But he goes by PB. And why is that important? Because P is the 16th letter and B is the second letter. That's 162. 16-2, 162. The 162nd day of the year is June 11th. The day I'm telling you that Seattle's going to get struck. And somehow Elvis, his name or his number of his name or his image manifests. Can you believe this? PB equals 16 and 2, right? That dude's initials. And that's June 11th. And he was the first to climb, Mount Rainier in Washington State. You gotta be kidding me. And he was born in Ohio. Ohio's where Trump's gonna get his head wound, I told you. And he died in New York, where Trump was born. But look at this. He died the same year Vernon Presley was born. Just 1916 is when Vernon Presley, Elvis's dad, was born. Oh, I almost missed it. I knew it, but I forgot to say it. And the last two letters is V and T. V is the 22nd letter and T is the 20th letter, make 42. Washington is the 42nd state. Elvis died at the age of 42. You see that? So it's got the 162 and the 42 number. So 42162. And you know 421 is when the Queen was born, and I told you, look, this is when the Space Needle opened in Seattle, 42162. So that's the same numbers that I just showed you, 42 plus the 1, 6, and 2, 42162. And look, if you were to put Elvis's birthday, the day he was born, and go forward 42,162 days, it lands on Trump's birthday. You see? The 42162, the day the Space Needle opened, 42162. You see? Lands on Trump's birthday. And if you go backwards from Elvis's birthday, 42,162 days, let's see where it lands. Well, that didn't work out like I thought it was going to work out. But look, it goes up to August 4th. It lands 1 day short. Instead of 42162, it's 42161. Anyway, Obama was born in 61. Because the reason I was showing you that, because I told you August 4th is Obama's birthday, the day Trump gets his head wound. August 4th. Anyway, don't worry about it. I was just showing the weird coincidences. So remember, I was telling you how important the letters EL are, because it means God in Hebrew. And look at this, the first number is 17, and I told you Trump's going to get his head wound in the 17th state, which is Ohio. And look, it's got the 37 in the back. EL is like the 37. I told you, it looks like the 73 or 37, the letter. And you see these two numbers right here? This is the forward number, there's the backward number. Now I'm going to show you something that has a 3717 in it. Check this out. One of Elvis Presley's addresses for Graceland, because he has two, a front entrance and a back entrance. One of the entrances is 3717. I think this is the back one. And look, it's the EL number backwards. L was 1737, you see? And this for Graceland, where Elvis died. And don't forget, I told you that even his zip code has the 116, the 611 backwards in it. And I showed you guys that the word up is the backwards of the word EL. It's the same numbers. And that's the address for Elvis, you see, 3717, because they're going to raise Elvis up, you see. Up equals L, EL, backwards. And check this out. The word hell, I've shown this in the past. Look at this. The word hell has the same four numbers, but switched around a little bit. The EL, L equals 30, it equals 1737. It's the same four numbers. See, 1737, you get it? So the word hell on the very top has those four same numbers that EL had. There's something really strange about this number. I'm going to show you right now. Look at some of the interesting things that equal this 3771. Oh, and by the way, look, it's Elvis's birthday, 108. You think that's a coincidence? You're crazy. So the word hell equals the exact same as the word Edom. And you've heard of Edomites in the Bible, right? God despised Edom because of Esau. Anyway, God doesn't like Edom. And look, you can make the word into mode, M-O-D-E, or D-O-M-E, dome. Anyway, the only reason I'm showing you this is because of the 3771. I want you to see the interesting words that equal that. Like the word Zeus is the backwards of hell. It's the same numbers, but the 71's in the front and 37's in the back. Everything's the same. So Zeus equals hell, but backwards. You've heard of Saint Nick, right? Remember that? There was even the devil's son was named Nicky, little Nicky with Adam Sandler. Anyway, Nick has the 3771. You see that? And you know the word nickel, the EL. And you know the word Nick equals the exact same as the word side. And you know they pierced Jesus in the side. You know. And look, it's the word DIES, which equals the word dies. You see that? Same as the word Nick. But you again, I'm showing you this because of the 3771, because I'm going to connect it later in this video. And look at this, RFID. By the way, there's no word that equals RFID besides one other word. Watch. RFID has a 3771 on it. And you know what the RFID is, right? It's that thing that gets implanted inside of you. Anyway, I don't want to say the other part of it. But anyway, 3771, that's what I want you to see. See? It's got the same numbers as the word hell on the top right here. Forget about these numbers. Just this and this. RFID. The only other word that equals RFID is the word eerie. You can bet your life on that. It is eerie. But anyway, RFID equals eerie. And look at this, the word take. Look at this. It's not, forget these numbers, just the top. 3771 for the word take. And if you take the RFID, if you know what I'm saying, 3771. And look, scan is the exact same as, you know, what I just showed you. 3771 again. So you have RFID, take, scan, 3771. Remember, that's the same as the word hell, 3771. And don't forget, I told you that Nick equaled 3771. So Nick is connected to hell. Do you get what I'm saying? And everything else I just showed you. And look at this. The word seal is 3771. And last but not least, the word buck. Because I told you the buck stops here. You know, I told you Trump's going to get his head wound in the Buckeye State. The buck. You see? 3771. Now I'm going to show you why this is so important. You see the numbers 3771, which is the word hell and everything else I just showed you. If you turned it upside down, the numbers into letters, it would be ELLI. Okay, if you don't use, you know, whatever. It could be if you took the top parts off right here, it would be an I. Anyway, it's Eli. You see? Now I'm going to show you why it's important. You see Seattle, that body of water in Seattle is called Puget Sound, but, you know, to be more exact, it's Elliott Bay. Elliott Bay is part of Puget Sound. The water's in Seattle, but Elliott Bay is where, you know, right where the Space Needle is. You see, it's the ELLI, what I just showed you, the Eli. And you see the last three letters is OTT. So the letters OTT in Elliott is 5510 2617. 5510 2617. It equals the exact same as the word God, but backwards. See, it was 5510 2617 for the word OT, not for the word, for the letters OTT. For God is 2617 5510. So OTT is the backwards of God. Do you get what I'm saying? So you have the Eli, which is the 3771 number, what I was showing you with the word hell, and the remaining numbers in Elliott, I mean the remaining letters in Elliott, OTT, is the backwards of God. And by the way, the word bay equals man. So it's basically Eli, God, and the word Bay means man. Eli, God, man. And you've seen me talk about the show Lucifer before. It just so happens it started in 2016, and you know how important those numbers are. Look, the show Lucifer, look who stars in it. A guy named Ellis. See, it's got the Elli, Eli, and then the S. And I told you that uh, Lucifer lost his S equals 19 crown. So look, it's Eli and then S. See, and just so happens he's playing Lucifer. And of course, Ellis sounds like Elvis. You know what I mean? And here's the word Elliot and what it equals. I mean, there's really nothing that I can explain to you here. You know, it'd be too complicated, but it does have the straight number of 1, 2, 3 right here. But anyway, let me show you some words that equal the exact same as Elliot. Look at this. Elliot equals the word trouble. You see that? Or ELOBRUT. ELO brute. Or the word harvest. Or little o. You know, because God is the big O, you know. And outside, it's right, out. You're not going to make it to heaven. You're outside. This word, you know, I don't even want to say it, and an S. Thistle. Parents. Passion. Pitman. And look at this last one. AT&T Corp. Can you believe this? Because I told you AT&T plays a big part in this charade. Because Seattle has the ATT, Manhattan, where 9/11 happened, had the ATT. You know, 9/11 attacks had the ATT. The first hijacker, the pilot, his name was Atta, ATTA. Anyway. And here's where it's going to prove to you that it has to do with Elvis and Trump. So remember, I told you Eli, ELLI, is the 3771 number, which is the word for hell, and all the other ones I showed you. OTT is the word God backwards. Now you put a crown on this, okay? The letter O on top of Elliot. Let's see what you get. Look at these numbers, okay? Remember, Elvis is born on 108, and his twin died at birth. Look at this. 108, 108 backwards. 108 forward, 108 backwards. Okay? And look, 45, Trump is the 45th president. And 36 is the 666 number, because if you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way up to 36, you get 666. And 36 is a 666. And this right here, this back number, it equals Elvis Aaron Presley. Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216, 81, 297. But anyway, it's this I wanted you to see, the 108, 108, because Elvis is born on January 8th, 108. You see? And you see the second number right here, 36 and 45? Look what equals 3645. Look. ELS. Because I told you S is or L's, like two gods. But it could be EL and just the letter S, or L's, you know, two gods, 3645, you see? Which I was just showing you here in the second row. So this is the Elvis date, the forward, the backward, the twin numbers, equals 216, which is the August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. Anyway, folks, this was just miscellaneous information that I thought I'd throw out there for you guys. Oh, one last thing. So if you were to put a crown on the word hell, because I told you hell had the 3771 number, which is the Eli, ELLI, right? If you turned it upside down, the number's 3771. And look, it's here again, the same numbers. 3771. You see that? Even in the word, if you add the crown on the hell, it actually almost equals the word devil, because devil equals 52, 25, 77, 83, 29. So devil this is missing just one letter, or you would get devil. Let me just show it to you. See, devil. Almost exactly the same, only this number. Instead of 20, it's 29. See, back to oh hell. And you know, oh hell is hell oh. You get it? Hello. And it just so happens the word flood equals the same as the words hello. Hello equals flood. Exact same numbers. You see? And I told you there's a big possibility that Seattle might sink, into the water. Crack in half. Cracking. Oh, I almost forgot the most important part, was putting a crown on Eli. E-L-L-I with a crown. Look what it equals. 5326, 8228. Remember those numbers. 5326, 8228 for O Eli. It equals the exact same as this word. COVID. You know what I'm saying. Can you believe that? You see now? And I told you that Elvis was searching for his crown, right? Because Seattle's in King County, and Elvis was known as the king. And you know the word corona means crown in Spanish, because I told you Elvis is trying to get his 19 crown, the Corona 19 crown. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to show you. One of the viewers brought this to my attention about the Economist magazine from 2017, and it came out December 14th. December 14th is Washington's death date, okay? And this Economist magazine, look what it has on the cover. First of all, well, let me just show it to you. Look at this cover, and this came out in 2017. And the sickness came out in 2019. Look at this, and it's talking about Chinese. And look at what this looks like. It looks just like the V sickness. You know what I mean? Look at this thing. And look what's on the look at some of the words on the cover. First of all, it says the word sharp. And look, you got the pee-pee. But it's got the sharp, like a Needles, And then look what it says right here. Look at that. On the same cover, look at this. Let's start with the least obvious one. It says, look, more is less, less is more. Remember I told you that it connects to the devil, those words, less is more is less. And look at this. It says, rise of the military robots, slaughter bots. What in the hell? Look at this. Can the Trump boom last? What the hell? And look at this. Adieu to the French Elvis. What in the hell? What in the hell is this? Can you believe this is on the cover? Unbelievable. This was December 2017, Economist magazine. And the Economist back in 1988, they had a phoenix, and they were saying it's the end of, money. See, it says get ready for, well, actually it says get ready for world currency. Like, what is this Bitcoin thing? Anyway, like I said, this is 1998, and look, it's burning. It's a phoenix rising from the ashes. This is money. And it says Phoenix. And you see it says 1-8. That's Elvis's birthday. There's two of them that were born, right? On 1-8, the twin number. The 10 means perfect. You have the word Phoenix. The 10th astrological sign is January. Capricorn. Elvis is Capricorn. And look at this. It looks like that Peloton logo. It's a P upside down and a P this way. You see? PP. Do you get it? One upside down P and the other. Or it can be DP or BP. You know, BP is, I told you, 216 or 162 if you say the P first and then the B. But it's the PP for the 216s. Elvis is born in the first month. Trump is born in the 6th month, the 1/6, 1616. Look, if you've been watching my videos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't, then go and watch my videos because you're not going to understand this. Elvis is the phoenix rising. And Economist magazine, I don't remember when this came out. I'm assuming it came out in 2020, but it doesn't matter. Look, it's got the word twin, TWIN, and then it's got the Trump. You see? I mean, it's got a bunch of other stuff, but I'm not going to get into that. I've done this video a long time ago. Anyway, folks, end of video. Just remember my two predictions. Elvis 611 in Seattle and Trump head wound August 4th, Obama's birthday in Ohio. Trump gets a head wound and he survives. End of video.